Mute.
I think I pressed the button, so we'll see how long it takes. Also, I have to go mute the other side of the screen. But hello, everyone. If you're hearing me now, who knows?
I never know. I never know. Yay, everybody.
I know, I'm always like,
yeah, I think
there we go.
Hey, everyone. Happy NANOWRIMO.
Oh, wow. It's 4 a.m. I wonder, okay, Becca, I know you're going to hate it, but we're going to make us all close to each other for the comments.
That's cool.
Otherwise, it's taking up your things. We don't want that.
I like this, but I think I had said this on a previous stream where I feel like my hair just like exceeds the like little lines and stuff. So
that's great, though. That's a good problem to have.
Oh, but anyway. Oh, well, hey, everybody. I'm so happy Becca was able to join us today because it was,
oh my gosh,
I think, just Clayton and I, but since you were having troubles, we were like, let's have Becca with us on Sunday.
That was so nice. I was like, please, that'd be great. Thanks.
Because it wasn't fair. I feel like anytime I have a live stream with other people on my channel, besides like Mandy and Natalia, I've had issues where sometimes people disappear and they just decide to hang out in the fridge.
Very nice in there, you know. Got mocha.
Yeah, that's where my mocha's been going. You guys have been drinking it. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, I accidentally spilled my mocha the other day. I was finishing up something where my laptop was like right here, and I was trying to bring my drink to my mouth, and my drink hit the computer here, my laptop here, and it spilled all over my desk, and I was like, my mocha! I was so sad.
That's horrible. It didn't ruin your computer or anything.
No, but it actually got on my tapestry behind my computer. And so I had to take my tapestry away and I had to go let it dry because it was wet and I had to like clean up everything. And I was like,
God.
That is my nightmare scenario. Because I usually have like a coffee and a water and like maybe a tea or some other drink that at some point like I'm going to manage to spill all of them at once.
Right.
Stress.
See, like, okay, we have that scare nowadays because we're scared that like we would spill things onto like our computers, and we're like, back in the olden days, it would be the fear of like spilling stuff on your papers, your only copy of your manuscript. That would be terrifying. You're like,
I actually have a horror story about that because I got a brand new, it was like my first MacBook Pro, right?
Yeah.
And I opened it up. I was so excited. And I had a glass of water right there. And Duke, my old cat, he jumped up on the table and all over the computer, completely fried it.
oh,
It was like I had just opened it. Like that was
my God.
all I did. I was like, oh, it's so pretty.
No.
I just went.
Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's so awful. I would cry. Did you cry?
I did cry a little bit. And, you know, I said it funny because, you know, normally you think you get mad at the cat, but he was just so cute. He was just like, oh, I'm sorry. But I called Apple. Luckily, I called Apple immediately and I told them the truth. I was just like, I literally just opened my computer and my cat knocked water all over it. And they're like, you know what? That sucks. And they're like, we're going to send you a new one.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
I thought they'd be like, sorry, in the contract, blah, 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 blah. So that's really cool that they were able to do that.
Oh, yeah. They could have easily just been like, no, sorry. I'm really sorry. But that just, you know, oh, hi. But yeah, so that was, so Apple was nice. So just so you know.
That makes me so happy that a huge company like Apple still has like the niceness towards the poor people.
You could tell she hurt when I told her. You could tell she was just like, "Oh God, that's the worst thing I've heard today."
Goodness, but no, it looks like CEO had brought up Kate's beautiful art.
I know. Phoebe's so talented.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that Phoebe was able to do something like that wonderful. It was so
no, you froze.
It was so cool getting to see it like progress through. Oh no.
Who?
Did Becca freeze?
Oh. You guys are back now.
Oh, okay. I was like, panic.
Oh, did she? Okay. I didn't know that she had frozen.
You guys froze, and then I froze to you guys.
I didn't see her freeze. But...
Okay, because you guys turned into little spinny balls. No. Maybe I should go to that other place just to be safe. What do you think?
Do you want to
wait one more time?
Yeah, I just like wait until one more.
Maybe it's fine. Okay. I did want to point out. So Theo says that she needs to write 3,000 to hit 40,000 today. We were talking a little bit before the stream started, but what are your goals for today?
I have written already 800 words this morning.
Oh wow!
So yay! I was like, do it before. That way, it's kind of like that's how I have been able to do better with Nano. The days that I don't do well, it's because I don't write in the morning. Because I don't like take the full day. It's like I'll just push it off till the end, and then I'm like, the pressure is on to write so much.
Right.
It's like now that I've written 860, I feel like it's not as pressurizing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, right now I have 33,631. I would like to get to 36,000 today.
Ooh.
So higher would be better, but
you are ahead of me.
Really? I thought you'd be ahead of me by now.
No, I've been kind of taking a little bit of a break lately because I just got like, well, Steph, like I said, Stefan and I, this is our first weekend, our full weekend since he got back. And so I didn't vlog this weekend, and I didn't really write that much this weekend. So I feel like today, whatever I get today, I'm going to be happy with. And then tomorrow I'm going to just start, diving in and just trying to get to the 50K.
Yeah.
The picture, you and Stefan at Disney, the 10-year thing was so cute.
I was trying to find one from 2009, and I know we have one somewhere, but I just couldn't find it, so I had to use 2007. So I'm all like, well, it's been 12 years, so there you go.
Better.
I kid you not. Both of you, I was like, you have not aged. Neither of you have aged. What do you do to like? What's the secret do you take that's magic to help you guys? Good.
No, the first thing Stefan said when I posted that, he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so old."
Oh, I did not think that at all. I was like, he has not changed.
I thought you were the same. Like for me, I see me, but I guess it's always personal. Like you see yourself, and you're like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, so for me, for opposite, I was like, "You haven't aged at all." And he's like, "You haven't aged at all," and I'm all like, both of us see it in ourselves, but
yeah.
What are you gonna do? People age; it happens. So
I have. My confession is that I started a new project last night. I had it in my head, and I was like, I just have to write this scene down because I was like, it's not gonna let me go away from it if I don't just write it down. So I wrote down like 500 words, and now I feel like I can work on this project again. But I do realize that I think I'm changing up my goals at least a little bit. I think I'm just going to try and be done with this first draft of Project Death by the end of the year. I'm going to go through December, and I'm just like taking it a little bit easier than trying to push for the 85,000 so quickly.
I'm doing the same. Because it's like I decided to, because I know I said I was going to do daily vlogs in December, but I think what I'm going to do just for my own sort of mental health and actually to really get the draft done is I'm going to do weekly vlogs. So then it's like, okay, then I can like, see how much I can get done in that week. But yeah, I have the same goal. I really don't know if this fantasy, it might take through January. I don't know.
That's a big project and different girls' point of view. So I can totally see why it might, to get it up to like the level of the first draft you want, which is what I've been trying to tell myself. I don't want to rush.
Exactly.
So it's just going to take a little bit longer, but.
I just don't know how you guys have been able to do daily vlogs while keeping on top of your writing because it's too much for me. I'm just kind of like, nope, I am not tackling that. Like it makes me even curious of doing weekly vlogs next year because it takes me a long time to edit my videos. And whenever I was editing my videos for my weekly vlogs this year, I've been editing them on Saturdays. And then I'm like, well, crap, this was like a big day where I could get so much done. and then I feel like I wasted a day, which was an important day of the week. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But
Well, you go, because Kate, you've actually been doing them every day. I actually have been skipping a few days, so because for that same reason.
Well, I switched from, I filmed a video yesterday where I talked about this a little bit, but I switched from making them vlogs and just trying to do a video every day. And I find that infinitely easier and better for my mental health than trying to be like, here's my life again. Exactly what I just did each day. I will say though, I almost think weekly vlogs are harder for some reason because I've done weekly vlogs for the camp NaNoWRIMOs. And I think it's just because there's so much that by the time you get to the end, you really do feel like you use up a whole day trying to put the vlog together. And
maybe that's what maybe I do need to do daily because it is a lot. It's a lot to do and to kind of narrow down, especially since I talk nonstop in my vlogs to where I'm like, Brooke, shut up. I need to cut so much out and everything to where maybe that's the golden ticket right there.
The daily vlog doesn't happen if I don't get the words in. So I'm always like, I have to get the words first or as part of the vlog. So then when I'm trying to edit, I'm like, okay, at least I've done the words part.
Exactly.
So it's a weird mental thing.
I think that's the vlogs that the days that I missed are exactly that. Those are the days that I didn't write because I felt like I had no content to show. It was just me doing stuff that I didn't really want to record myself doing, you know?
Ooh.
So. Oh,
I don't think we can at y'all because you're not in the comments yet, but.
Oh. Right. I have to say, there, now I'm in the comments.
I am going to pull up the timer. Let's see how long y'all want to sprint for. What you're feeling? What's up with you, dog? Sorry, Dukes.
What's up with you, dog? You know, technically she could have been talking with us. What's up with you, dog? Yeah, 10 minutes sounds good. Aiden suggested it, or Linnea Celeste said 15. 10s or 15s?
Oh, look at that. Okay, my StreamYard, it did a jump. I was like, I'm not getting any of these yet. Okay, well, people know I like to do fun ones. So since people are saying around 10-ish, we're going to go with an 11-11. I
like it.
Why not?
Forest Staff doesn't do 11-11, but that's cool.
I'm going to stay off of it for longer.
Yeah, I'll do like 15 or something. And then
I'm going to
my typing is horrible. It's not my typing, but it's like my internet's not catching up with it. That's weird.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to type a comment and I'm like, why is this taking forever?
Okay.
Maybe
Kate, where are you on the Forest app? How many points do you have?
That's a good question. I don't think I have that many, to be honest. You know what I do is I don't do it every day. I forget until I'm like, okay, I need to be serious today. And then that's So I have 364. I'm nowhere close to getting a tree.
Oh no!
I haven't been doing that app at all. I used to a lot, and this time around, I for some reason I just haven't been sticking with that. But
so yeah. I mean, I use it for everything, so I don't just use it for writing. So that's probably why it's like anytime I'm like, no, I'm not going to be using my phone for a while. I'll just do like a 90-minute.
Becca goes, potty break time.
Yeah, that's right. But I got a tree, so.
You did awesome. Yes. Also, I don't know if y'all can see Duke. I don't know what he wants, but this might be what I'm doing during the first sprint. Okay. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay. Go. Time. Yay.
Well, I got 0 done.
Actually, something I was going to talk to you about, you guys, of sort of the nature of NaNoWRIMO. I ended up getting about 100 words, but it was really going. Normally I don't like to edit because, you know, that's sort of the thing. You just have to go straight through. But the problem I have with Nano sometimes is that you're going so fast. For me, I forget my characters sometimes. And this girl, like in my head, because I'm going so fast, they're on the run. I was like, oh my God, they have no food. Like they just took off without food. And so, you know, they found like an apple orchard. So they had some apples. So I was all like, okay, that's something. And then, you know, and then it started getting into this, like, well, how are they going to get game? And, you know, all that stuff. And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, like I fully established that she's an herbologist. She can find like mushrooms and like different like plants that she can, like, this is something that I already established like a long time ago, and it was gone. Like, didn't even enter her head because I had been going so fast that I forgot.
Yeah,
So
whenever you do Nano, you sometimes don't get to do as much character development, or you forget the character development.
Yeah, to me, that honestly, that's what made me step back, these
Like,
last few days. Yeah, because I was all like, whoa, I would not make that mistake if I wasn't trying to hit 50K in 30 days. You know what I mean? And so it was a really big learning lesson for me. So that's what I did. I had to go back. I had to go back a chapter, and then I had to work on this current chapter and change that she found, you know, these reeds, and she found these mushrooms and like stuff like that, and using her actual skill set to help feed themselves, you know? And yeah, so it's like I love Nano so much, and I know it's probably because of the community and all this stuff like that, but then there are things that just hit me, and I'm just like, oh, that's not good.
Well, that happened to me kind of ish. It wasn't so much a character thing, but it was more so like I want to add this into this chapter thing. But what I do is, instead of going back and putting that and editing that in what I already had written, I just will continue to write and say, put this in this part, and then I write that whole scene. If I have to, like, and I don't edit what I had already done, I just kind of rewrite. I feel tall all of a sudden. I just have to kind of like write. And then I just am like, well, that's just more words that I'll just copy and paste later on into the proper placement and stuff like that.
Right.
I'll try not to edit, because once I do, then it's madness. I have mocha everywhere. I think I did something again with mocha, because all of a sudden I saw it on my screen here and over here. But anyway, continue on. Kate, did you need to say anything?
No, I was going to say that I have something kind of similar happen some of the way through when I'm zero drafting, which feels very akin to NaNoWRIMO for me a lot of the times, where I'll forget something I've established about the character, and or it's like I lose their voice for the middle end-ish, and I just sit there and I'm like, man, I know I wouldn't have done that in the first however big chunk of the story, but now it's like, who knows? So that's why I spend a lot of time, like this time, I'm trying to have a solid first draft so that that's not something that happens.
Yeah.
But again, I'm having to go slower in this back half of the novel to make sure of that. So it is, I have that problem too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, yeah, normally I don't edit either, but for me personally, I was all like, no, like, that's not her, like, at all. And I was just like, I had to change it, even though I know I could have changed it later and just moved forward, you know, but I just
always that thing that irks you. Like, I should have done that. I should have put that in there. It irks. So I totally get it.
Yeah. It was like, I forgot who she was because I was so focused on the plot and getting through it.
No,
that's what she's saying.
Hi, Hina. Is it Hina?
Hina.
I got both wrong. Okay. I had forgotten how she liked it pronounced from whenever I was on your guys' live stream the other day. But I was gonna say, it's so interesting on how NaNoWRIMO feels kind of like, especially the first day of NaNoWRIMO, it feels like a holiday for us.
Yeah, it does.
It feels so special and so fun. Everything feels like a holiday. Yeah. And then, but it's a holiday that never ends. And it's a holiday. It's
like a holiday.
You know how there comes a time on a holiday day like Christmas to where you're kind of sad that it's about to be over, but at the same time you're like, I'm ready for it to be over. Yeah. I feel like that's how it is, where it's like, we know it's about to be over. We're sad that it's kind of over, but we're so happy it's going to end.
I just filmed the video I filmed yesterday. I was talking about lessons I learned this NaNoWRIMO, where I talked some of it about vlogging, but I likened NaNoWRIMO to a holiday. I was like, and I was talking about how it's similar to Halloween and like, it's just a different thing. And so anyway, so hearing you say that, I was like, Brooke is in my head.
But no, it's just funny of how we are just so happy for it to be here and so happy for it to be gone and out of our lives after it's over.
I have felt like Casey before, though. Feel like the holiday's ending too soon. There's this weird chunk of NaNoWRIMO where I'm like, it's so far away still. And then the last few days are like, I tend to be like, oh, shoot, how did this happen? When did it happen? So.
God, yeah. Thanksgiving. I'm really dreading that. This sucks.
I know.
It's bad this year. It's real bad.
Had to be the last week.
I know.
Oh my God. Like the last 4 days?
The last day, yeah.
Because Friday, I'm useless. because it's to where
food coma or
no shopping coma.
Oh,
because I will shop with my family. I'm one of those people that likes to go on Thanksgiving after eating, and then after Thursday, I just spat. After Thursday is done, then we Black Friday shop in the daytime. And then we're so tired to where I don't want to do anything. And then I'm just kind of like, okay, now I have to write and everything. And then you have one more day. Just one more day after that.
Yeah.
Well, how did y'all do? Becca, how did you do your print?
I actually was able to finish the edits, which was good. Which it didn't take long. It took like 10 minutes, but they're temp edits, so I didn't go like crazy, but I put in a couple herbs and I put in a couple mushrooms and that kind of things.
Yeah.
I literally pulled up my document to be like, I wonder how much I wrote. And I'm like, yeah, I wrote nothing. And you could see me where I was like,
oh, we saw you. I was trying to provide dialogue for what you could possibly be saying.
I was just so frustrated because I was like, nothing. It was like so slow typing. And I was like, what is wrong? Even on my YouTube, I was trying to comment, I think it was to Charlie Cummings. And I was like, why is this typing so weird? And so I just was like, let me start it all over and stuff. So
you work in Google Docs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't so much Google Docs because since it was doing the same thing on YouTube, I was like, it's my computer. Otherwise, I would have thought, oh no, it's my Google Docs. But NANOWRIMO! I mean, I feel like that's really true, especially since you're eating leftover candy from Halloween during NANOWRIMO. Oh, but anyway.
I didn't really get to do Halloween this year. It was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, because you were busy moving and recovering from moving / yeah.
It was actually at my mom's and like it just was like
too much.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. So Love Journals wants to know if we recommend skipping the scene that they can't get through right now. How do we feel about skipping scenes?
I never used to skip scenes, but I have been skipping all over the place this Nano. I will skip. And then whenever I feel more ready, then I will go back to that scene. And then I have to just put like a thing at the top in all caps and I highlight it in like red. This goes at this place.
I can't do it. I can't do
it. Becca's like.
He's like, Torment. No, that sounds
horrible. I write like a sparse scene, which is essentially just almost really more detailed than what you're saying is like, you write like a sentence like, okay, I got to put this in. I have to write it sparsely. I think it's just because, again, I get so worried about what my characters' decisions and thought processes are that if I miss a scene, then I don't know how they thought through it, or I don't know how they got to that mental place to the next scene. So for me,
it's the hardest ones to skip. I feel like that's why I eventually go back to them because I've gotten to the point of where it's like I cannot move forward without going to the scene that I had skipped and everything.
Right.
Yeah. And I try within the note that I leave myself to include that. Like it may still only be the 2 sentences, but I do try and be like blank because of blank sort of.
Right. And if you could do, that's the thing is that some people like you guys can actually just keep that in your head and know the emotional notes, and that's good. I can't, I don't know yet. It's almost kind of like what you're saying with your discovery, even though I have it outlined and whatever, it's like the stuff I can't outline is experiencing what my characters are feeling and thinking, even though I know what's going to happen to them.
No,
Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah. And that's why when I go back over and I redraft, I do something similar, or I'll realize that I got it wrong, or because I'm stuff.
I've been even rewriting scenes this Nano where it's just kind of like I did not like how I wrote that. I'll even say in a little comment in red, I hate all of this. Rewrite this, and then I'll rewrite it like 2 days after I had written that original scene.
Yeah,
I can't do this. I can't. My computer. I don't know if it's my computer. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my keyboard. Maybe it needs to be charged more. I just tried to type back to someone on YouTube and it was being really laggy again. And I was like, I just restarted my computer. Let me try and charge my keyboard. Sorry, go ahead.
Is it Bluetooth?
Huh?
Is it Bluetooth or is it just battery?
No, I think I just need it. It's just to where it's
okay.
charged through a wire. What
okay.
Call that? It's not Bluetooth, but
no, it's hardwired. Yeah.
Yeah, just I think I just got to charge it or something.
I like the.
I was all like,
oh,
it's getting so good, that show. I can't believe it's gonna be over.
Okay, so I haven't seen it.
This is the last season.
I am not caught up live or anything because I watch when it comes on Netflix, and then I'll eventually start watching on Hulu. But I'm trying to get Brooke into it.
Yeah, I'm about to. So I'm trying to finish because I thought The Office was leaving Netflix in 2020. I guess it leaves in 2021. But I'm so close to being done with The Office. I just want to finish it. I've seen the show so many times, but I can't like leave a show that I'm already binging and stuff. So I'm trying to finish The Office, and then I'm going to watch The Crown because The Crown's amazing. The new season just came out, and that's only 10 episodes. So then I will watch The Good Place after that.
Good.
So good. But this season's so good. I can't believe you're not watching this season. And you can watch it on Hulu. You can catch up completely.
I'm just not caught up at all. That's what I'm on. Whatever season's most recently on Netflix, like the one that just added. So that's where I'm at in the show.
Hurry up!
I was like, hurry! Well, I'm
Becca and me always throw
I still need to finish watching. I never started season 2 of. Oh my God! You have the cutest backpack from it that you were making. What is on Netflix? Stranger Things. I never did. I really want to watch that. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch. So, anyways, I have like a mile-long list for my watching queue. For everything.
But Good Place is so quick. It's like 20 minutes an episode.
Good Place really is amazing. I have taken several flights now where it's like I've just binged The Good Place or rewatched from the beginning or something. I'm like, there's no show better for watching like just on an airplane. Like the time goes by like that. It goes by so fast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I need to give that a watch because isn't it by the same people who do The Office and Parks?
Yes.
See, I love that type of humor. I think it like how Kate. I think you said it. It's to where it's both funny, to where it's smart funny and dumb funny, and I love both of those kind of funny.
Yeah. Angelica,
smart and dumb, and I'll be happy.
She said this place. Oh, sorry, I got cut off. I'm sorry. I'm so talking to you. Am I back?
You're kind of back. I hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying that some people in the comments are saying how the season of The Good Place made them cry. And yeah, last episode especially, I was bawling.
I do see.
Bawling. It was so good. So freaking.
Oh, that's why.
I'm pretty sure it's made me cry before even since I'm not on this season. So it's like, it just had, the writing is so good. And Brooke, the world building. This is a comedy that has incredible world building. You have to watch.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because isn't it to where they're kinda in heaven, kinda?
Well, it's too much to explain. You have to watch it. Yeah, no spoilers.
Okay, that's fine. I don't like spoilers, so that's fine.
I think we should do another sprint.
Goodness, we talk so much. I'm sorry, guys.
We corral ourselves.
Like I was watching one of Natalia's vlogs the other day, Kate, and it was to where it was the day that we were doing. I mean, Becca was there too, but were you really there, Becca? The live stream, and she said I had to leave because they were just kind of in their own little chatty zone, and she was like, and I wanted to get words done. I was like, we were really chatty.
This is not the place to do it. I think Becca and I had one good one where we're like, this is a freaking sprint one.
Yes. And yet I still was throwing Starburst into my mouth. Okay, but yes, let's sprint.
Okay, how long do we want to do it for? We did 11. Do we want to go up to 17?
Let's go into the 20s since we talk so much.
22. That's what I'm hearing.
That sounds good. 22.
We'll do Becca's favorite number.
Oh, is it really?
2. All the twos.
All right, let me know. Y'all should be able to see it. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? I'm trying to get the banners going, so actually I'm not ready. Okay, now we're ready. And start.
Oh, hold on. Stop! There. I had my Harry Potter ambience and music going on. I just saw that Becca's not here.
Oh no, you were delayed. I see her. It says that she's trying to join, it looks like, on the bottom of my screen. I can kind of see. But it says device is not connected, so I don't know.
Do you think she went to that place that she said she was going to try and go to if she had more trouble?
Maybe she did. I'll message her.
If it says she's not connected or something, I bet she is like, I'm on my way to try and see if this Oh, Becca! And everyone's saying that the fridge is comforting, and that's where she went.
I think that's what it's got to be.
Yeah, because someone said that it's probably the portal to Narnia, and then Athena said that she's probably working on the portal to Disney World. And if it is, I mean, then everyone come on over to my house so we can go to Disney World through my fridge.
For real. That would be incredible. Oh, I see her at the bottom. She's trying to join. Hooray! Oh, yay!
Yay!
Is it here? Oh my god. Okay. Internet just died, so I'm here in the back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I'm actually in the outside area. They have better internet, so.
Well, okay, yeah, because I was like going, ooh, it looks nice, and windows are cool looking from this angle and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice little outdoor area.
Yay! You know. I've never like stayed in an RV before. I wondered like how like transformative this has been for your lifestyle, yours and Stefan's lifestyle and stuff, to have like an apartment that to RV again and stuff.
Yeah, it's weird because the RV, the way we have it set up, just feels like a 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's people.
But it's so funny.
They're probably like, "Who is that girl?" But no, it's weirdly more normal than you think.
What was I going to say? Oh, how did everyone do? Did
Yeah,
you
how
get
did I do?
Becca with all this going on?
I actually managed to get, I think, let's see. I noticed you guys sitting just like a couple minutes ago. I did about 300 words, which is pretty good for
way to go.
Interruption.
I had to once again I got frustrated that sprint to where it was. So what I ended up doing was because my Google Docs, I think it's to where I'm at the point where my Google Docs has so much memory of what's going on, to where I just wanted to try and make it not as slow. So I have like my Nano doc to where now I have created a Nano Part 2 doc. So I'm just going to start moving into a fresh doc for the rest of the NaNoWRIMO period and everything. We'll see if that works.
Yeah, that's been my experience with Google Docs, is that at a certain point, and it's not even that far, usually for me it felt like a third of the way through it started slowing down. So now I just do individual chapters and compile later. I'm
going to have to start doing that, where I normally didn't use a folder to keep things in. I just would use my doc. But since things have been getting so much bigger, I'm going to have a folder and then just have the chapters be in that folder to where it's still all grouped together in some way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm making our faces next to each other again, Becca.
That's okay.
You've been large.
Yay, that's so cool. Is it Linnea Celeste? I think she is so close to winning Nano.
So jealous.
Look at that. Eve Dreamer reached 54,000.
I was just about to say that Linnea's little avatar looked like Rapunzel. And now, isn't that the dog from Up?
It does look like Up.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I've never seen Up, and I really, really want to.
How have you never seen it?
I just, for some reason, didn't get around to seeing it when it was in theaters. And then time goes on to where other movies are grabbing attention.
I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus, Brooke.
That is true.
I'm one of the few people that was not a fan.
I think you have to see it. It's not one I rewatch.
The opening is incredible. I mean, you'll be bawling your eyes out. But after that,
I know kind of all of what happens there. So we'll see if people cry or not.
I gotta get into a better spot. I can't.
Look at that. Yep.
Yeah, it was just kind of all over the place. It wasn't bad. It just, there was no plot really.
I liked it, but yeah, again, it's not one that I rewatch. Like, there are some Disney movies that I can watch endlessly, and that's not what I also, controversial opinion, was not the biggest fan of Inside Out. I liked it.
I didn't see that.
Oh, Brooke's like,
I love it.
Everyone should see it. It's good.
I saw that twice in the theaters. That, for some reason, just like, I really love that.
Someone spoiled me on a certain thing that happens in that movie, and I was like, never am I ever going to watch that movie ever. I was like,
I gotta know what it is.
I was a sobbing mess.
Yeah, I was a sobbing mess from the spoiler. Like, them telling me about it, I was a sobbing mess. I'm like, nope.
I saw someone said, let me see. Same. I love Tangled. Tangled's one of my favorite of the new ones.
Most underrated Disney film of all time.
I feel like it really needed to have more recognition. And I feel like it is getting more recognition now that it's been a while since it came out. I think it's gotten more recognition because of Frozen, because it's so compared. I feel like everyone always is like, Tangled is better than Frozen, even though Frozen just did enormously well and everything, which I still like Tangled.
We know how Becca feels.
Wait, what? I don't think I know. What does Becca feel?
I don't want to say, because I said it one time on my vlogs and I lost like 50 subscribers. So
what is this? I'm so confused.
I hate Frozen.
Oh, well, I thought, okay, I think I already knew that probably. I saw Frozen 2.
I am excited to see Frozen 2, weirdly, because I only didn't like Frozen for certain things of the way that they did the relationships. And so now that the relationships are established, I really enjoy the characters enough that I think I would really enjoy the second movie.
Okay.
I'm excited. That's what Brooke was telling me a little bit about it, not spoilery.
No, I don't spoil.
Because for me, I enjoyed Frozen, so I was not anti-Frozen, but it was not like I mean, it's fine, it's good, you know. That's
terrible.
Oh, I feel like Disney movies, for the most part, they're never bad. You know, like even if it's not my favorite, it's still a good movie. Because like, no, Princess and the Frog though, LC, I'm with you. I love.
I've never seen that. I want to see that.
Princess and the Frog is good. I do. The only complaint I have of Princess and the Frog is that I wish the songs were better. I only know one song, and that's the Shadow Man song, because I don't like any of the other songs really. Okay, like her song is good, and then the Almost There song, that's a good one, and then the Shadow Man song. Other than that, I'm just like, the songs are okay. I don't know. That's just how I am.
Hard disagree.
But what are the other songs? I don't even remember.
That was one of the movies where I surprisingly like even the minor characters' songs. Like, the old lady.
Yeah.
Saying it. I don't want to spoil anything for Becca, but I even like her song, you know? Don't matter what you look like. I can sing all of them. I have them committed because yes. We're over here like.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, Emperor's New Groove is great.
Classic. Oh my gosh. Such a gem. Saw someone someone else had said that in the comments. I think they said that about Big Hero 6, which I have not seen. I'm dying to watch that. So Disney Plus, thank you so much. I will be watching that soon.
Have you seen Big Hero 6, Becca?
Yes. I love that. Yeah.
Yes.
For the people who watched Frozen 2, did anyone see, is it Baymax? Is that Baymax has a small, tiny, quick cameo. Not really cameo. He's like in the shape of something.
Oh, interesting.
At the very beginning. And so I was like, and I've never seen Big Hero 6, but I was like, oh, that's Baymax. I know him. I love it when Disney does stuff like that.
I do too. Also, Moana.
Love that.
So good.
So good.
I love my favorite song from Moana is whenever what's it called? It's like the beginning where the whole village is kind of singing together. I love that song.
I love You're Welcome. That's my favorite. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's
so good. Another Disney controversial opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of The Little Mermaid. It's not my favorite.
Oh, I love The Little Mermaid.
It's good.
I love The Little Mermaid.
No, I mean, Little Mermaid came out. I was exactly her age. So I was 16, she was 16, and it was just like, I loved it. So for me, I don't know how I would feel now, because talking to people about it now, like especially with everything that's been going on in society and everything like that, it's actually, people are saying, really hard to watch. Like, she doesn't save herself. Eric does everything and like all the stuff. And so now it's like, I don't think I could watch it. So I kind of don't want to watch it again.
See, this was my thing. Even as a kid, I was like, the songs are great. And kind of like the first half of the movie, I'm really into. It was always the second half where I was like, she's not doing anything. And I was so annoyed. And I was like, and people were like, she's my favorite princess. And I was like, why?
I know exactly what you guys are talking about. Sometimes with the Disney princess movies, you kind of have to like remember that times were different during certain times of when the movies were made.
The 90s?
Where, well, like that. I mean, there were still things of where.
No, definitely.
They were like, it was starting to be more progressive eventually.
I didn't see it back then. I see it now. Exactly.
Yeah, you just can. Yeah, nowadays you just kind of have to keep in mind that things were different. You can appreciate it for knowing things now, for liking the things that they do have there. But I guess Kate feels different.
It's hard. It's hard. That's why I haven't rewatched it.
It's just, even as a kid, I was annoyed, but I was also like, Mulan was my girl and she did everything. Yeah. So, you know, for me, it was just like, she just got too much credit, but the songs were great. I loved seeing her hair in the water. Like, there's a lot I love about it. And I love Sebastian, one of my favorite characters. So it's just kind of like a, I don't know.
Teenagers. What does he say? Something. What does he say? I was about to say it and I can't remember what he says. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's all like,
or something. I forgot what he had said first, but anyway. One of my favorite lines is Cogsworth, whenever he's talking to Beast, like Beast is like telling him like, what should I do to like try and like have Belle like me? And he's like, oh, girls like chocolates, this promises
you don't intend to keep.
And I found out recently that line was ad-libbed. Like the actor just threw that in there. And
wow.
And that's such a funny little cute like cracker line and stuff that I love.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people really don't like Beauty and the Beast because they're like, it's Stockholm Syndrome, it's all this, but I still love Beauty and the Beast. So like, yeah, like it's, I don't care. Yeah. So I totally get it. People are like,
it's like you totally get it and you totally see that it's probably true, but it's still like, yeah.
I mean, it could be worse, you guys. We could have had Disney make like the actual storylines that like these stories were based off of, which means that like Ariel would have killed herself, and then also like Sleeping Beauty would have been raped in her sleep and would have been woken up whenever she had her babies. And, like it's so weird. And so I'm like happy that
like Cinderella, like wasn't they tried to put on the shoe, like the feet get so bloody that the
and like they cut off like the sister's feet, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it could be worse. So but I just feel like you just kind of have to sometimes look and just know like times are different now. We can appreciate knowing that things are different nowadays, kind of on certain of those stories. By the way, I'm sure you guys saw.
I know they're so
talking about this. Let me bring my friends. I love
you. I love them.
Love it so much. I was so tempted to get Lumiere when I was at Disney, and I ended up not doing it. But I was like,
well, I had him for years before I got Cogsworth. I always was like, I have to buy Cogsworth the next time I go because I felt bad that they weren't together. So now they. No, he was pricier than Lumiere, but I think probably because he has a lot more to him.
Yeah.
But you're just great. Oh,
you're not showing your age, Dina. Don't worry about it.
Does he glow? Hold on. Does he glow? Can you see he's lit up? Okay, he's off?
Oh, yeah.
He's on. Does that look like you can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, right there. You can really tell.
If I turn it to this away.
Yes. Anyway, did you guys want to do another sprint?
Yeah. I'm definitely down for another sprint. How long do y'all want to do it for?
How long are we wanting to keep going on this sprint or live stream for?
We'll probably do 2 hours. So we have 40 minutes to play with.
Okay, so what should we do with this playing time?
Here's my thing. I am still incapable of going longer than 30 minutes. I can get close, but I can't go longer than 30.
Well, do you want to
editing cave
stay at 22-ish area, or
we could do that? We could up it. We can do
25. We could go for a tree as opposed to a shrub.
We could. Okay, I have an idea. Well, that would be pretty close. Is the tree after, is it 20 or 25? 25.
It's 25, yeah.
Okay, let's set it to 25. We're going to do 24/24 since today is November 24th.
Ah, perfect.
So,
that's good.
Let me.
I might have to you might have a weird angle of me because I think this table is not going to. Whoa.
I'm proud of you, Becca, for doing that aside because I can't imagine how awkward that is with people around who don't know what you're doing.
I know. Luckily, it's pretty empty right now, but every once in a while, someone is like,
Walks by.
get to a place where I can actually type. Okay, here we go.
I have a friend who exclusively talks to me when he's in a coffee shop, and so we'll both then have his headphones in, and constantly people are walking by, and I just kind of wave to him. All right, are you two ready?
Yes.
Let's start.
Woot woot.
time. That is it. Let's see. How'd y'all do on the final sprint?
I did all right. I kept like realizing since I had to like make a part 2 nano folder, I had to like what I've been doing to like update my word count is I don't keep track of like where I started for the day. I just would say total word count. And so whenever I started to try and like do that, I was like, wait, I have some that's in my second folder and some of those words are in my first folder. So I was like, oh no, I need to like make this correct and even. So I had to correct things. So now I have it to where nano part 1 word count is 32,994. So I'll have to add that number to like whatever my total word count is of my part 2 folder anyway. I was just like strategizing like, okay, I need to keep up with this and how am I going to do that? So.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Hey.
Oh my gosh, lots of people winning today or trying to win today and stuff. Looks like lots of people are close.
Yeah.
I did about 502, so.
That's awesome.
Let me see.
Not compared to everyone else.
I need to see where I started. I don't know how much I wrote that time.
Sandra made it to 36,000. I saw, look at that. Raquel's so close. So close.
Is that my voice? I feel like that was me.
Should like mute myself.
How'd you know? I'm just trying to see if they'd see. They're gonna wave to us. No. Oh man.
Ooh, I feel like there's lots of milestones today. Like Lucy just broke 45,000 words.
Yeah. We're getting to that time when everyone's slowly starting to just like, or not slowly, it's like all of us at once are like rushing to the end.
For me and Becca, it'll be a slow rush.
It'll be that last 3 days. Although probably not because of Thanksgiving. It'll probably be the last 2 days, like Saturday and Sunday or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. That is nice that I guess it ends on the weekend.
Yeah. Wow, look, I've got like sunbeams.
I know. It looks very, very artsy. You did it on purpose.
Oh, look at that. What filter are you using right now?
RV sunbeam.
I can actually see that being the title for
Van life.
Yes.
Wow.
That's fine. Okay.
Everyone's doing so good.
No, just calculating by everyone.
Courtney, I hope we get to see like a possible video from you soon. I know you're probably like, oh, don't even remind me, but I'm excited to see something here soon. I feel like it's been a while since, right? Or is that just me?
Oh. I don't know. I was living vicariously through Courtney's updates when she was at the writing conference, though.
Yeah.
I think Brooke and I talked about that at the last time, but I was just like, this is so amazing.
I always love her picture in her avatar. I think it's so cute. It's so fun. It just makes me like happy when I see that. It's just fun.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look at everyone getting
I'm
so
thinking I should move so that the poor people that are going into the shower, you're not seeing like everyone in towels.
That's hilarious. Otherwise, Kate, this live stream could get an R rating really quickly.
Pretty much.
demonetized.
Normally people don't come in their towels, but you know, I was like, oh, hi. Okay.
That's funny.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
Royce, you're on camera. I'm like trying to hide them with my head. I'm being polite.
Slowly scooting. Oh man. Well, I think I'm going to switch to a different project. But I'm actually, today's the last day of the Buzzwordathon, the readathon, and I think somehow between last night and this morning, I might actually finish a book. Reading is so hard during NaNoWRIMO, but I think I might do it.
Oh, I do not attempt reading a book during Nano. I look forward to reading after Nano, though.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can read for fun and not like feel bad about it or something. Even though I feel like writers still do feel bad about reading occasionally because it's like, well, I could be reading right now, but still, I feel like you feel ultra bad during Nano.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's me.
No, I totally do too. And this was not the best decision, but I was like, I'm going to participate, gosh darn it, because I'm trying to I watch a lot of Booktube, but like I don't make a lot of Booktube videos, but I love I'm watching it and consuming it. I was like, I just want to talk with people about books, so I want to be a part of it. But during NaNoWRIMO, it's like I pick one thing you can do.
So since you mentioned Booktube, whenever we were on this live stream, and I was trying to pull up our Nano live stream whenever I had to restart, and I had gotten like the suggested ad video, and it's from like, I guess it's a YouTube original, but it's like titled Booktube discussion with Malcolm Gladwell, and I was like, is this YouTube acknowledging the Booktube community right now?
Yeah,
that's really interesting.
I think that's the second one they've done, because they did one with Michelle Obama when Becoming was coming out, and then they did the Malcolm Gladwell, and then I've seen one recently with I watched this girl Evelyn from the internet. She's like one of my favorite. She's not on Booktube. She's just amazing. But she was part of the Booktube, whatever one they just did with was it Margaret Atwood? That can't be right. Who was it? Anyways, yes, YouTube is recognizing it. It'll be interesting to see. I've heard conflicting things on what people feel about the series, but
what's conflicting? I hadn't heard anything about it.
Me either.
I think it's how
much as I should.
I think it's more how they're going about selecting who's part of it.
Say that again.
So, it's how YouTube's selecting which booktubers.
Okay.
So like the Michelle Obama one got a lot of flack because there weren't. I think there might have been one black booktuber that was selected for Becoming, which is one that you would think that especially you would have more black.
How many people were selected? I just thought it was like 3.
I think it was like 5 or 6 or 7 maybe. And I think they tried to do better with the Malcolm Gladwell one to get people who were more representative of all booktubers, but I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Also, who would turn down getting to be part of something like that with YouTube? So it's just who are they offering it to? How's it going about? How did Evelyn from the internet get to be part of that? Though I'm not complaining, but how do you want to? Yeah. So
she's not a booktuber, so it is interesting where it's like that. So it's just kind of more so like we're trying to get their followers rather than like who's supposed to be like in this category of topic. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm trying to explain this.
Yeah, I don't know either. So it'll be interesting to see as they like come out with more how involved the rest of the community is. So who knows?
What a freaking cool, like I remembered whenever Catty-tastic, whenever she was like talking about meeting Michelle Obama, and I was just like, can you imagine just that happening in your life? That's insane. And that you were able to like be doing some type of not business, but like you got paid to meet Michelle Obama. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah. That.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know. That feels like a sentence that shouldn't happen. But that's really
like, what is my life right now? I mean, what is my life?
Insane. And that's what I know, because John Green like helped to moderate that one and stuff like that. And I was just like,
I guess I'm gonna watch it because I don't even remember that. I just remembered like hearing and like seeing still pictures on it or something.
I think there's one that YouTube's putting out, which is the one that John moderated, and then there were like the individual videos that each of them got to do on their channels.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just remembering from Catty-tastic's side of things because I don't really follow any other booktuber people.
Yeah.
Not really. I haven't. I feel like booktube. I'm not as interested in as much as you were. I really was years ago, and now I'm just not as much.
Yeah, I don't watch BookTube. We have kids in this park.
Yeah. Okay. So people are talking about COPPA in the comments.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that, Brooke?
Well, I feel like I had a freak out that I was telling Becca and Kate about, especially Kate, because Becca got kicked off. So I just kept like feeling like I was like, it's the end of the world with Kate and everything. But now I feel like the more I'm like seeing about it, the more I don't think it's going to be as bad. But I was freaking out like that I'd have like the Harry Potter books in my background and that would get me flagged. And who knows? I don't know like still what all is going down and what will be official.
But does it matter is the problem. Like the thing is what I've heard, like it's like if you have like, cause you know, I have like my dragon bags and I have like, I go to, you know, theme parks and stuff like that. But I don't really feel that, I feel like a kid could watch my content. I don't really swear. I don't really like say anything. So
right.
Even if they were flagged and were like, ooh, Harry Potter World, I want to go see, everything in my video would be totally fine.
Right. And that's where I think the whole thing was coming about was because there's so many channels out there that could go either way, adult or kid, to where it could target anybody really.
Exactly.
But I feel like from what I have been seeing recently, I feel like COPPA isn't really the problem. It's YouTube that is the problem. They're the ones who are being super harsh on everything because they had gotten sued from, I guess, from the FTC a while back. So they're just trying to save their butts by not having that happen to them again. Because they got sued like millions of dollars to where they're just kind of like, well, we're not going to have that happen to us again. So we'll screw over all the creators and stuff. But
right.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't think it's probably as bad as what it's going to be. I'm sure that they're going to, because they are for sure changing some of the rules or regulations. I think they changed it and it's going to be more officialized on December 9th. That's what I have seen. Yeah, hundreds of millions. Yeah, says Maddie, right? Yeah, I mean, it was a huge amount to where it's like, yeah, I can understand YouTube wanting to be more cautious to where they don't get in trouble, but it's absolutely ridiculous what they are asking of people. Like, I even was getting concerned, like, okay, you're making it even sound like you can't even have like bright, vibrant colors of light in your videos because that's appealing to kids. And that could get you fined up to, and then by the way, it is up to $40,000-ish. It made it sound like it was going to be 43,000, but I think it's more so up to.
But you're only going to get fined if your content is, you know,
it's like fully abused.
Yeah, like if you're
well, we weren't really like defining the actual things. Everything was like I had read like
there would have to be something that someone would get offended by. Like if you just kept flowing the F-bomb, but your thumbnail looks like it's made for kids because it's got toys and it's got bright colors and it's like the stuff. So someone would have to watch the video, get mad, and then report you and try to get you fined and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's like the people of YouTube, but like they are the ones who are like, it's not like the person who is like us. It's like YouTube is the one who's like,
it is legal for anyone at this point with that new thing to complain and to
right. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
It's just so frustrating because there's always going to be a gray area. You can't divide into just adult and kids. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as what it was. I did freak out. Like, do I need to just have like the most blast background to not get in trouble? Because that's what it kept saying. Like, you cannot have this, you cannot have this, you cannot have anything that appeals in these categories. Like they even were talking about pets in your videos. And I don't know and they didn't clarify if that was the topic of the video was pets or if it was just having pets in the background. So like there are lots of people who were saying like I took down my shelving of toys because these are appealing to kids. Like there will be people who probably will have more disadvantage of this.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's going to be as bad as everyone's freaking out about. Because the other downside is that because people are freaking out so much, and I've watched a lot of videos on it, so not that I think I'm like the most educated on it, but with some differing kind of opinions. The other thing is that people freaking out on YouTube about videos is a great way to get more views, to get everyone freaking out about them.
Yeah, that is very true. Very, very.
So I just, when I read the thing that just YouTube had set out, I was like, oh, my channel is not for kids, and that it's not made with the purpose of people 12 or under. Can someone watch it? They could, but that's never the purpose. I post randomly, not a lot, but randomly. And like, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about making books. Like, so I just don't think it's, and I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but you know.
It's even weird that they were saying you can't use like these kid words. Like you can't say games. You can't say like, fun. You can't use the word duh or cool. And I was like, what? This makes no sense. And I'm sure that will not be triggering you to get fined. I mean, people say duh, fun all the time. I don't understand. It's so
yeah. Well, I watched Marcus's video that I sent you, and I think it's fair, especially for people who are targeting, like if you're writing children's fiction or you're writing like middle grade, I can completely see. And if you want to share that on your channel, I get it, but I don't know. Even that, I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal, because like Booktube, even though it's a lot of adults sharing their opinions on YA, kind of geared towards other adults who like to read YA. And even that is not 13 or under a lot of the time. So I don't know. I
think it also has to deal with like, if you look at your audience and see like what the majority is. Like, I think I have like 4% that's like under 13 or something.
Really?
Like that.
I don't think they show you under 13. They show you 13 to 18 though.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm thinking
they don't show you, and they're not even the target for this kind of rule. So really,
right. For some reason, I was thinking under 13. Let me see if it's.
I do see how artists and cartoons. I absolutely get why they're worried about stuff, and you know that's something that they worked to push back the date that they're hearing stuff on. So it's still important to make our voices heard and stuff. I just don't.
Yeah, I already sent a complaint. Whenever I was freaking out, I made my complaint, which I'm still happy. Now that I'm calmed down, I'm still happy I did that, because this doesn't just affect our channels. This is so huge for so many other people. I mean, this really will suck for people who this is their full-time job. And with all this happening, what if they have to go back to like a normal type of day job because this has ruined them? You know, I mean, it's insane of like how life-changing this could be. But I understand them wanting to try and get things better for the kids out there and everything. But it also makes me mad because parents could just be making their kids be doing like the kid YouTube app, and some don't. And I don't know. Anyway.
That's all a mess. Well, do we have anything else we want to talk about or freak out about?
I know. I was going to say it's getting kind of rowdy around here. People are starting to wake up and want to use the pool, I think. So I should probably take off, but.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Becca and Brooke, for writing with me today. And happy NaNoWRIMO, everyone. Fingers crossed we all get in some more words.
Yay!
Yay! All right.
Wait, Becca, stay though.